Peace, friends and neighbors. Welcome back to the Absolute Boss Collective. I am your host, Absolute. Today, we are going to teach you how to read a stock chart. Okay, before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Hit that like button and hit the notification bell so you can be aware of new content when it drops. This video here is going out to one of my new partners named Mika. Let's give a shout out to Mika real quick. Good looks. We're going to hook you right on up with all the information that you need to know about reading stock charts. Okay, you know I got to start the party with a quote. I'm going to quote the brother Method Man who sings the hook on the song with Capadonna. The name of the song is called Milk This Cow. It's off the Pillage album. Yo, that's deep because that's what I do in the market. I milk that cow every day. You know what I'm saying? So the quote goes something like this: throwing darts at the charts. Okay? So that's what we're going to teach you how to do. How to throw a dart, which will be your target entry, on a chart, and how to milk that cow and get some money, baby. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video, baby. All right. Now, a stock chart tells the story of a stock's performance. Okay? An ideal stock chart goes from lower left to upper right. That is the action you want to see over whatever time frame you are looking at. So if you're a day trader like myself, you may be looking at a daily chart. If you are bullish, meaning you believe the stock is going to go up, you want to see that type of action. If you're a swing trader, you may be looking at a weekly chart or a monthly chart. You want to see that same action. If you're an investor, you want to see that same type of action. Okay? You can see the same information on different styles of charts. Now, the styles of charts that we have are a line chart, an area chart, and my personal favorite, the candlestick chart. I like the candlestick chart because it gives you the most information. Okay? And we're going to get into all of that as we go on in this video. Okay? So, we're going to start by looking at Tesla. Okay? Tesla, I can tell you, has been a phenomenal performing stock over its lifetime. Okay, so we're going to go into the chart and we're going to look at it. We're going to look at several versions of the chart. We'll end up on the candlestick chart and I'll talk you guys through that. Okay, peep this. Tesla was first issued at $17 on the 29th of June in 2010. 13,300,000 shares were issued. Okay, so what you're looking at now is a split adjusted chart. Okay, you're looking at a line chart. Okay, a line chart of Tesla. Okay, it's from 2010 all the way up to today. So this is Yahoo Finance, where I pulled this chart from. I made sure to get the charts from somewhere that is free, that all of you can go and log on and look at any stock you want over any time frame. There's a lot of indicators on here that's available to you for free, your favorite price, free. Check it out. And let's go through this chart. So here you go. You have a line chart, and you see it is going from the lower left to the upper right. So the price at the start of this chart was about $4.25. And it has risen all the way to $793.53. Let's also remember that on August 31st of last year, 2020, they did a 5-for-1 split. So for every one share that you were holding at that time, it was split into 5 shares. Okay. Typically, when this thing happens, a price will spike also because it allows an expensive stock to become cheaper. So more people tend to buy. Okay. So look at it. Beautiful, beautiful. Lower left to upper right line chart. We're going to go from that line chart now into an area chart. Feast your eyes on that area chart. Okay, you still see the same information and you see the same action. Lower left to upper right. The only difference is everything is filled in. So that's an area chart. All of that green for money is an area. Okay, and the line is still making the same motion upwards. Okay, so let's go into my favorite chart, a candlestick chart. Okay. There's your candlestick chart. By the way, these charts, once again, are lifetime charts for Tesla. So this is the max chart. If you're on Yahoo Finance, just go to the max tab. And that's what you're looking at, the lifetime of Tesla. Okay, so it gets a little difficult to really see the juicy information that we want to see on the candlestick chart. Okay, so before we go into a smaller time frame, I am going to break down for you why I choose candlestick charts or candlesticks to put on my chart. Okay, so hold on. Let's go into that information to break it down for you. We cooking with electricity now, baby. Check out those candlesticks right there. Okay, so at first glance, okay, if you see a green candle, okay, a green candle shows bullish action. All of the information there is going to be bullish. Conversely, if the candle is red, then that is bearish action. Okay, all right. So you have this real body, okay, in the center. Okay. If you are bullish or you're looking at a green candle, the top of that real body is the close. That's where price closed for whatever time frame you're looking at. So if you are a day trader and you're looking at a 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, hourly chart, that top of the candle is going to be the close of that time frame. If you are a intermediate term investor or longer term investor, and you may be looking at a monthly chart or, a weekly chart, a monthly chart, or even a yearly chart, for whatever time frame, where that candle closes is going to be at the top if it's bullish action. Okay. Then you see that upper shadow, sometimes called a wick. Okay. That'll tell you what the high was for the day. Okay. And then conversely, on the bottom, on the green chart, you have where it opened, the lower wick, and the low of the day. Swing on over to the bearish candle, okay? The open is going to be at the top because the price was dropping. So you have the open at the top. You have that wick or upper shadow that is going to be where the high was. Then you're going to have the close at the bottom of the red candle because it's downward pressure, downward action. And then you have that lower wick, which was the low of the day. So at a glance, if you pull up a chart and you have it set to candlesticks, at once you pull up that chart and you see that candle, whatever that candle is. So for me, when I am day trading, I may use, for my entries to get in and out, I'm going to use maybe a 2-minute chart. Okay. So I may be making a decision or trying to make a decision on whether I want to go bullish or bearish. I can pull up that chart and look at those candles and I can see the last 2 minutes were either bullish or bearish. Okay. If anything that I'm saying does not make sense, or if you're confused, or if I'm talking above your head, just go ahead and leave a comment below and let's dialogue about it, because I want you guys to watch this video and be able to understand everything that you see when you pull up a chart, a stock chart. So knowledge to wisdom. I'm going to bring the knowledge to you, okay? And my experience, which is the wisdom that I have, so you can have an understanding of a stock chart. And if you are getting lost, that's okay. All right? Because I didn't get it the first time either. Okay? Ask a question and let me clarify so we can bring it home, so you can learn how to read these charts and you can get this money. Or how the brother said, throw the darts at the charts, right? Okay? That's what we're going to talk about. Y'all need to check that out. Okay? So now let's get into a smaller time frame. It's going to be a 3-month time frame on the Tesla stock chart. Yeah, look at that action. Look at that action. Okay? You can see all of the upward movement of the chart. You can see all those green candles. Okay? So those green candles show that we closed bullish on those particular days. Okay? Now, the last month has been very tumultuous for tech. Again, the bond yields have been spiking and it has affected tech in a negative way. The NASDAQ, or the QQQ, okay, has been beaten up over the last couple of weeks, okay? So now, look at all of those red candles on the right side of the chart. That's all of that bearish pressure, all of that selling pressure that came in, okay? Then you see that huge green candle there on the right side? That's that recovery after we kind of bottomed out at the bottom of that red candle and then we bounced up. You see that huge bounce? All of this is tradable action. This is how I'm able to, as Capadonna would say, milk this cow, by looking at this chart and looking at the action, okay, and reacting to it, okay? Look at that huge bounce. Is it sustainable? We do not know at this time, okay? However, that is tradable, at least for a short term, okay? And then you see that red candle, okay? Now, way at the bottom, you see these red horizontal lines. You see red and green horizontal lines, okay? Let's go back over to the left side. See that huge green horizontal line there at the bottom? That is the volume. So when you're looking at the price action and you see the volume below it, which is one of the indicators, okay, you can see that huge, you see that green candle with that long wick? It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th candle. You see that green candle? You see that wick going from the low up until the real body? You see that green line under it? That's some strong volume right there. That volume is higher than all the volume on the chart. Okay? So you can almost have, 100% conviction in that move. Okay? Some of the other indicators are the moving averages. Bollinger Bands, RSI, MACD, which is spelled MACD, which means moving average, convergence, divergence, meaning the moving averages, there's a divergence in the moving averages. So you can have a short-term moving average, let's say 8 days, and then you can have a longer term, like 20-day moving average. So if that 8-day crosses, we're talking about the price here, the stock price, the average price. So if the 8-day moving average price crosses above the 20-day moving average price, that's telling us that's some bullish action. The price is going higher. Conversely, if the 8-day, which is a short term, it's only 8 days, crosses below the 20-day, or let's say the 50-day, or even more significant, the 100-day or 200-day, your 8-day moving average crosses below the 200-day moving average, that's bearish or negative, or it means that the stock is going down, okay? You have pivot points, standard deviation, volume, which we mentioned, and VWAP, okay? The volume weighted average price. All of these indicators you would use in conjunction with the action that you're seeing on a stock chart to tell you whether this is going up or going down and allow you to make a decision on what you want to do, okay? Now, once again, this video is being put together for one of my new partners out there, Mika. So this is for you, kid. Good question, sister. Good question. And, as soon as you asked the question, I was like, wow, that would make a great video. So to all of the party people out there, the profit people out there in YouTube land, okay? If you want to learn this game, man, it's only going to happen by you asking questions. And you can ask a question to me, Absolute, from the Absolute Boss Collective, and I'll answer your question, and we'll learn you can learn how to play this game, how to milk this cow, kid. Get this money. That's what we about here at the Absolute Boss Collective. But back to the sister, Mika. Okay? Now, Mika, she wanted to know about a particular stock. Okay? I think I might be saying her name wrong, too. It should be probably Mickey, not Mika. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I dropped out of high school. My bad. But anyway, she wanted to know about the Clubhouse stock, CMGR. So with everything we've discussed thus far, we're going to pull up the CMGR chart, and I'm going to let you make a decision on if that's a good stock to trade or invest in at this time. Okay? Things change. Narratives change. Price action changes. People become aware of different things, and things change. But I want to pull up this chart, and I want you to look at it and tell me what you see. And here we go. Unfortunately, the brother forgot to put up a candlestick chart for Clubhouse when I was prepping for this video. So we have a line chart. And one of the things I would say is when Mickey sent out, contacted me and asked me about this particular stock, the first thing that I noticed when I pulled it up and looked at the stats was there was not a lot of volume in the stock, period. It may be because people don't know about it that much. It could be that it's a new issue. But there's not a lot of volume. So when a stock lacks volume, at least for me as a day trader or even as a swing trader, it makes it difficult to get in and out of that stock because it's not bubbling, it's not happening. People is not rocking with it. People is not messing with it. So if people is not dealing with it, even though it may be attractive, like Clubhouse is a new thing right now, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going over there to Clubhouse. They got an interesting concept with having to be, you need to get an invite to get there and all that stuff. It's, intriguing. It's an intriguing story, to say the least. However, if I like it and I think I want to trade, it's not tradable for me because it does not have, that volume. Does not mean it's not a good investment, because it may be, in some years. Like if we look at the competitors, Facebook, Twitter, I guess those are the largest, Facebook and Twitter. If we look at those and look at the price action and look at their pull up their charts. That's my challenge to you all out there. Pull up Facebook's chart or pull up Twitter's chart and compare it to Clubhouse. Okay? It may be something that you can invest in for the future. However, my question on that would be, how is Clubhouse going to monetize their platform? Facebook's platform is monetized, okay, through advertising. Twitter has advertising as well, and there also some initiatives for them to even monetize it even more. So those are things to look at and consider. This is something, however, I may keep it on a watch list here or there. I'm not interested in trading it at this time, okay? So that's where we go with that. Let's see what else I got for you. Now, the sister Mickey, sorry for saying your name wrong earlier. She also wanted to know about, options and penny stocks. Now, again, when you get to, I challenge you to find some penny stocks that you may be interested in. If you guys out there have any penny stocks that you are interested in and you like, drop them down in the comments below and we can pull up the charts and look at them and see, what kind of action is there. Because a lot of them do have action, it's just they don't have a fundamental story. Check out my video on fundamental versus technical analysis to get more information on that. But a lot of penny stocks do not have fundamental analysis. I mean, a fundamental story, I should say. A fundamental story or reason behind it. That's why it's penny. That's why it's cheap. Some of them are new, or some of them are developing their product or service to bring out there, and maybe at some time in the future they'll blow up. There are success stories out there. Anything that you want to know, the story is in the stock chart. Okay, so I challenge you all to find stocks that you're interested in, pull up those stock charts and take a look at them. But since the sister Mickey did mention, penny stocks, I wanted to pull up, that's my cat in the background now. She's going to be acting crazy. All right, just relax. Relax, you're messing with my camera right now. I wanted to pull up a chart of one of the good performers thus far this year so that you can see that, and it is quite affordable, okay? And that stock chart is Ford. All right, you are looking at a 1 month candlestick chart of Ford, okay? So over this time frame, we go from about the high 11s or the low 11s, like 11.25, up to $13.37 in 1 month. So if you were trading like I trade, I would trade this at 100 shares at a time. That would have been $200 profit in 1 month, okay, on an $11 stock. So your initial investment would have been like $1,125. Does not mean you had to buy 100. You could have bought 50. Okay, so you'd spend about half of that, about $600, and you'd have made about $100 in a month, okay? But look at the action on that chart. Look at those green candles. Look at those red candles, okay? I see so many opportunities to go in and out of here, okay? That's what us traders do. We in and out, okay? So that's what's going on with that, okay? So I will that this video was informative. I will that it answered all of your questions about reading stock charts. There's so much more information. We could talk about stock charts for days. There's so much information. There's so many charts out there. I just challenge you, if you are new to trading or investing, go to Yahoo Finance, pull up a stock chart on any company that you are interested in. Go through the time frames. You can go from 1 day to 5 days, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, and max. Okay? So I challenge you all out there to go through these different time frames on these different stock charts that you look at and ask yourself, what is this chart telling me about this company? Okay? If you see a lot of up and down movement, that means the stock, well, if you're on a smaller time frame. Okay? So if you're on those smaller time frames, 1 day, 5 days, 1 month, 3 months, and you see a lot of up and down action, you know what that means? That means that that stock has a lot of volatility. Okay? Again, the ideal chart, lower left to upper right. So anything that differs from that is going to have its challenges. So an up and down stock chart is not really, that's something some investors, you know, like a prudent investor may not be comfortable with because there's too many gyrations up and down. However, that's sexy for a day trader because that up and down movement, that's price action right there. Okay, we can get in and do what we got to do with all of that up and down movement. Okay, so I challenge you guys to pull up these different stock charts, look at them, see the story that you find. If there's something that a chart you want me to look at, leave a comment for me below. You know what I'm saying? Let's connect and let's digest these charts and figure out how we can milk this cow. Okay, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Okay, do me a favor and smash that like button so your brother can get up there, man. We trying to build this boss collective, baby. You know what I'm saying? We looking for bosses, male, female, young, and old. Okay, hit that notification bell so you can know that Absolute is back with more content. Okay, and on a somber note, I want to dedicate this video to my uncle Bilal, who has returned to the essence or passed away, as some of y'all would say. Okay, I want to send this video out to him and his family. Okay, especially his children, especially those babies, man. You're in my thoughts. You're in my heart. Let's connect. Okay, this video is dedicated to him because, as he told me one day, you's a boss. This is Absolute signing out. Peace.